Hello everybody and welcome to my first impressions of Arknights, a game that at the beginning I was very hesitant to play, a game that I've heard about since last year when it wasn't released in Chinese, I think, or was it in Japanese? But anyway, back then I was very hesitant to play this game because I thought it was not gonna be my thing. If you've noticed when I do pick games to play, I usually like to play games that are more, action heavy, or I should say more, where you can basically like control your character more, like in hack and slash games, like to some extent in Honkai Impact 3 or, Devil May Cry 5, for example. But still, I'm glad that I played it, and I'm gonna say this, I'm wrong. I'm wrong about this game not being something that I would not try. Now, I should note here, I'm obviously still new to the game, so there's like a lot of stuff that I do not understand that much, or I should say grasp in terms of mechanics, even though the game does a really good job at explaining what you should do and how you should do them. But in my case, I have been playing the game on and off for the past week, so as you can see, and we have one dog who entered. Yep, one of my enemies just entered the blue checkmark thingies here. Anyway, what is this game about? So I thought at first that this game was gonna be a turn-based combat game. However, I was wrong. This is a tower defense game more than anything, which is very fun. I never thought I would say this. I think the last time I played a tower defense game was... Oh, I think this is a trap. But I think the last time I played a tower defense game was... what was it, like 5, maybe 10 years ago? Yeah, it was like 10 years ago when I was in university, and I used to play it as a flash game. I used to play them, I should say, as a flash game. But they were really fun back then, and this one is extremely good. The characters are very varied in terms of what they can and cannot do, and you have a lot of what's the word, range. Oh, why am I pressing on this one? But you have a lot of choices, I should say, not range, but a lot of choices in terms of what you can do with the characters. I'm gonna just do it like this. Here we go. But you have essentially, for example, support. Wait, is this one ready to use her ultimate? Oh, she is. But we will wait a little bit before we use it. But essentially, each character has their own different traits. So some of them are supports, some of them, are for offense, which, yeah, it might not be new to some of you. But it does give you a lot of versatility here, especially with how the stages are set. So, for example, in this one, okay. So as you can see here, I can only put offensive, well, not offensive, but more like close range enemies in a very limited space. However, here, around, let me just show you. So for example, this character, she's long range. However, I can put her only here in these sections, which makes every stage unique. Like here, it seems that they want me to focus more on long-range characters more than short-range ones. And in other stages, it's the opposite, where they want me to focus more on short-range stages. By the way, let's use her ultimate and see what it does. Oh, wait, I have to press on this. The ultimates, in terms of like flashiness, by the way, this is another point I have to talk about since some people will bring it up. But in terms of the game being flashy and stuff, it's not really as flashy as like Honkai. But that doesn't make it bad. Because I know some people might look at its graphics like I did, which was a mistake. Again, I did that same mistake. And say that, this is a 2D turn-based game, yuck. No, it's not. It's not a turn-based, it's a tower defense game. And it's really fun, even though I have like, I'm doing really bad here, but even with that, I'm just having a lot of fun here. Now, when it comes to the story itself, it seems to be very interesting, at least, on the surface, where you are a person with amnesia, basically, and you do not remember your own past. Now, some people might say, oh, that's very generic. Well, honey, this is the template. It's how you use say template. There's nothing wrong with using cliches. This is honestly, it's a very, the story is again very engaging. I don't know how to describe it aside from you have to experience it for yourself, especially with how you feel connection to many of the characters in the game. I've known somebody, a friend of mine told me that he thinks that the one of the animal girls, which I have yet to reach that stage, but he thought what he told me, once you reach chapter 5, you will experience a really emotional story, at least according to his own words. I'm still, as you can see here, where it is, I'm still at chapter 2, or at least, episode 1, since before that we had the prelogue. But even with that, I am very excited to try it more and more. Now, as I said, I'm very new to the game. I've been playing it on and off for the past week. I do think it's just really, really fun to play whenever I pick it up, even if I don't play it as much. And I think this is the best way to enjoy this one. When you play it in small bursts. But even with that, just like with any other good mobile game, you can play it for very long sessions, and I do not think that you will regret that. Now, one word of advice that I can give you if you do want to play this game is, so as you can see here, I have so many characters, and this is just like from the first chapter. From the prologue, I should say, not even the first chapter. And this might intimidate some people, where they're like, oh my god, I have so much stuff, what should I do? But because this is a tower defense-esque game, it makes sense to have all of them, especially with the gameplay, where you have to constantly bring out your units. It does make sense to have so many characters at in one given stage. Now when it comes to the art direction here, I do think it's actually pretty cool. Again, some people might not like the differences where you go from this, this anime-esque full body design to a chibi design. Depending on who you are, you might not like this. However, here in Arknights, my expectations have been changed. I think it's a sign of a good game when it makes you look past its appearance and you just want to play more of it. So again, if you do want to play this game, then I highly recommend it. You can find it on Google Play as well as the App Store, if I'm not mistaken. It seems to be shaping up really well. I don't know what will happen in a few months, but for now it does seem to be really fun. Anyway, tell me in the comments below, what do you think I should play next in terms of games? Should I play another one? Should I play a game that you've had in mind for some time now? I do want to play Punishing Raven again, but I just cannot access my account anymore because of Chinese regulations and stuff like that. So yeah, I have to wait until an SEA release. But still, tell me in the comments below what other game I should try. And until my next video, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Also enjoy the few gacha rolls I have.
我が名は白雪姫の命によりチェンロの私をどこかで見たことある？そりゃもちろんスクリーンの中ででしょう。でも今はドクターってあなたのことでしょうか？はじめビーグルって言います。まあ採用テストはギリギリでしたけど。あれれ？ ね。スカベンジャーだ。汚い仕事は任